Hello, everybody. Hello. We have chickens. Or not chickens. We had chickens. Now we have a sheep. A singular sheep. A golden sheep. It's gold. It's time to go for gold. And I think I only have like 3 more animal slots. So I guess I could try to get like 3 of them. But if they keep adding animal variants, then I'll have to get rid of them if they don't up to the limit. Because it'd be nice to have more than one of those for fun. I already know Dub Zeppelin's probably working on a full village of them. We just need that Farm Friends V2 update. Golden what? Golden sheepy. Or ram, I guess. It could be technically a ram. It's like the same. Wait, no. Rams have the curly horns. This one definitely has the swear had like the regular sheep horns. Where am I? Oh, yeah. I've been trying to make it a habit of logging out away from my villages so I don't have like a mishap happen with enemies spawning in and junk. Let's see. Till March 5th. So you actually got a little bit, quite a bit longer than the chickens. Which is interesting. You think they'd honestly almost redo the chickens here. What's up, brother? Although I have seen, I don't know if you guys have seen it, if you captured them, you still have them in your barn. Problem is that they don't leave their house now that the update is gone. So you still have them collected, but I believe it's still busted, and they just won't come out of the houses. What's up, Mega Noons? How's it going, Dimples? And you, Allie? I see you. I see everybody. Yeah. So oh, dang it, of course. Again, I got my this keybind is like a 50-50 whether it resets. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So I still have all of the color. They just right now they're bugged. They will not, now that the event is over, they don't come out of their houses. So you have them, you just can't physically see them right now. So hopefully they fix that soon without completely breaking it. And then hopefully when the sheep event ends up ending, hopefully they have that problem figured out. So the same thing doesn't happen with the golden sheep and it's just like stuck inside the house. So just, yeah, if you're worried about your animals, know that they're supposedly safe. We really haven't any word on it, I don't think. But it seems that we still own them. They're just not like orange chicken is fake. No, that's real. They just, I don't know why they didn't include it in the picture for the post. I couldn't tell you why they didn't decide to add the 5th chicken into that promo post. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I got everything I need, and then I'm going to teleport to Ninjago, and then I'll log out. Anytime I log out here, it just takes way too long. Way too long. What am I looking for? Treats. Wait. Oh, I have some treats on me. We're good. We're good. Yeah, LEGO Fortnite is chill. They just seem to make it a little more consistent with the updates, so you could have your 2-week phase a little more often. So the golden sheep, I have no idea how rare it is yet. I'm guessing it's going to be medium, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, got my treats, got my rod. Don't I have the animal catcher around here somewhere, like ready to go? Yes. Okay. And yes, this is ready to go. build it when I get there. Boop, 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 boop. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay. Now we teleport. And then we log out, and then I'll get you your skin outfit change. How long have you had this playthrough? Since expert mode came out. Yo, Ophia, the money gun. Thank you. But yeah, this is like, this world was actually created a couple days after expert mode came out, because when expert mode came out, I was actually out of town at a LEGO convention, but I was actually streaming LEGO Fortnite from the convention, and I made some expert worlds, but I ended up losing my first couple of expert worlds during that convention. And I blame it mainly on me being in a completely cramped setup that I wasn't used to. So every once in a while, I'd bump my mouse into something. And with being new to expert at the time, I definitely got myself killed a couple more times than I would have liked to. But then I came home, made this world when I was back home on my setup a few days later. And this has been my forever expert since. Your room looks so cool. Thank you. Thank you. I need to... I'm so pissed. I don't have any LEGO VIP points right now, or at least not many. Because I just haven't been buying a lot of sets the last like year and a half too. So the newest LEGO Fortnite Brickhead set just got revealed, but the only way you can get it is with like insider points on the LEGO website, which is usually not a big deal, but I just don't have any points. So if anybody has LEGO insider points and would like to sell me the Brickhead set for a fair price plus shipping, reach out to me because I will buy it from you. The chest next to my Ninjago workbench is glitched. It won't open. I thought those glitches were fixed, to be honest. I guess not. Mr. Cheesley, you found your golden sheep on the Lost Isle? Favorite LEGO set? I really like the Quickie Mart, my Simpsons Quickie Mart. From my childhood, I don't know if you can see them back there, I've got a bunch of Rock Raiders sets, and then my Bionicles. I think they're called the Rock Chi. And then there's the original line that I've got a couple of up there. There's some of my favorites. The Nintendo Entertainment System and TV is one of my favorite sets. And honestly, now with all the LEGO Fortnite stuff, Klombo and Mecha Team Leader are such good sets, dude. They're insane. Like, Klombo is so detailed and, like, it's like you look at it and it's so colorful, it almost looks like a piece of candy and you just want to take off one of his arms and just... Oh, thank you for the Gamer Cat and the Rose. And also, thank you guys for all the follows. Ghost the Husky, QVaz, all you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, it usually always takes this long to load over to Lost Isles. Unfortunately. And I did try again last night. I, to this day, still cannot create new worlds at all. It gives me an error every time I try to create a new world from the menu. And one thing I thought about yesterday, and I tried it, I was like, you know what? I do technically have, like, keys to a handful of people's worlds that I don't necessarily need keys to anymore. And I'm like, what if there's a bug where it's, like, taking the number from keyed worlds you have and combining them with your own personal world number on the list, therefore making it seem like you have too many worlds, even though you don't, to have a new save slot. So I tried deleting some worlds that I had keys to, and I did like 4 or 5 of them, and you'd think that would have worked if it was that, but that didn't work either. Yeah, I've had this world since Expert came out, and I have tons of builds on it, so I think it's just like there's like a deterioration factor. It would seem. I don't mean like proof, but that's a lot of the anecdotal vibes we've been getting as a community is like sometimes, and, you know, I still experience it, and it also might be platform. Like it's hard to optimize a game on not only cross-platform, but PC in general, because like if you think about it, it's easy to optimize just for one singular console. Like if a game is like Xbox exclusive or PlayStation exclusive. It's like much easier for them to go, okay, well then we can dial in all this optimization towards what we know a PS5 contains. Like you have a PS5 Pro or the regular one, right? So like they spec it to fit that system and it'll run a lot better. Whereas like even if you have a game that's just PC only, it's hard to optimize for every single PC because not everybody has the same configuration. The same, you know, not necessarily power source matters, but like different RAM, different graphics card, different CPU, different powers of all those things. So all those things probably play a role in optimization. So it might just be like, even though I have a really nice beefy rig, if it's just like less compatible with the optimization of the game, that could be why I'm seeing more issues than maybe other people are. But it's so hit and miss, you know? Did you have one in mind, by the way, Gremlin? Oh, favorite outfit with orange in it. I see. Let's see. It'll either stand out to me. Oh, I already have one in mind. Let me just double check, make sure nothing stands out. I have so many skins, it's ridiculous. Wait, or is it grill? Yeah. I loved it. I think these Durburger characters, they look so clean, dude. I wish this guy would have came in the Durburger set, like a suit, like with the hat and the headset. My God, that would have been made that set so much more worth it for like, because I think that was one of the more expensive ones. Wasn't that one like 40-50 bucks for the Durburger or something like that? They could have given us some decked out grill sergeant. Please don't eat Colombo. I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah, don't worry, Dre. It's pretty normal, or it's something that it just happens. There's not much you can do about it. There's actually an unfortunate case where one my moderator Dub Zeppelin, she ended up finding one of those pages and she reported it a handful of times. Which, do you want to know what the result of that was? Nothing for them. Dub Zeppelin got her account banned somehow because she reported, I guess, too many times or something, and she got flagged for trying to flag a clearly fake account. So generally, just let it be. It's not like I have never seen an account that's stealing my content that's had more than a couple hundred or like 1,000-ish followers that gets any more than 100 to 1,200 views. In which case, even if they are monetized, I promise you they are making fractions of a penny on those views. In which case, it's more just free advertising. That's the way I see it. Oh, that's honestly Orion Galaxy. That's a good troubleshoot, actually. I haven't thought about that. I just don't own a console. So I'd have to try from somewhere else trusted, obviously. Someone has 11K followers. Is it all? Am I the only thing they post? But even then, I still just, I think it's more stress than it's worth for even the best case scenario, which is getting them banned. Oh, gaming jobby. Yeah, I saw. Sorry, I did enter, and it must have been in the middle of that. But is it this chest is being goofy for you? So the one next to the workbench, I think. So maybe it's like, I think there was like another one somewhere. I think it was this one. Oh, I can't even open it right now. This one should be repeatably openable too, right? I can't even open it right now. I think this one should be repeatable. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't have an answer. I don't know, man. That's unfortunate. Golden sheep. Yeah, we're going to go hunt for it right now. Right now. my graphics settings up? Yeah. Watch I find it like immediately. Hopefully. That would be efficient. That would be quite efficient if that were to happen. Remember when you're searching around, you know, you can do the jump method like I'm doing. Don't spam it too consistently. Otherwise, you'll travel a lot of times faster than it'll allow the enemies or the creatures to render in. So if you're just flying through without stopping, sometimes like it'll take, like these chickens I think were already spawned in, but if I just keep going this way, like full speed, there are times where you'll pass a pack of animals like before they even render in. And then by the time you turn around, you've gone out of render distance and then they like disappear immediately. Yeah, what's up, mermaid? Looking for that golden sheepy. I don't know if you saw, anybody saw Twitter. They only announced it like it wasn't like a super early morning post. It was more like an afternoon post, like early afternoon post. And there's a golden sheep out there until the 5th. Or not a, but golden sheeps, I guess. I'm sure you can get more than one. So we're out here looking again. We're out we're animal snatching again. We're on the prowl. We're on the prowl. Yeah, it's like literally all gold. I saw someone post on Reddit, I think this morning or last night. So I don't know when they put it through. I'll have to look at when the Reddit post was. But someone was like, is this a glitch? And I saw it and I was like, well, damn. I'm like, I've seen a couple other glitches. I'm like, that's either a precursor to something coming or it's a glitch. And sure enough, like I saw the Twitter post later and I was like, oh, well, that was clearly intentional. That escalated quickly. So getting golden weapons turned into sheep. I wonder, you know what? I got to find out if it, dude, we got to do a test because you never know if they'll Easter egg us. I kind of have low expectations from them from right now, but imagine you get the golden sheep and you find the right thing to feed it and it gives you gold bars. Like what that, I probably not, but like missed opportunity if they don't. Ah, there it is. I win. I have won the game. No, no, no. Get away. Ta-da! We found it. We found it in like 5 minutes. We found it. We found it in just a few minutes. Wait. What did I use to build this? Oh, I think it was the farm stuff, so it was made out of planks and junk. I remember. Still good over there, buddy? Did I bring the wrench? Okay, good. I always forget something. At least I do. I definitely do. Yo, Double Dog, what's going on? We found our golden sheep already. I'm going to try to find at least like 1 or 2 more. I'm going to take this one back so I have like a guaranteed one, but I'll try to come back and pick up another 2, and then if I have to get rid of one because I have duplicates and they come out with more variants later, then so be it, but might as well stock up while we can. We have until the 5th to collect these ones too, which is quite a bit longer than the 3 or 4 days that the chickens were available. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm not centered. Come here, buddy. I want to catch him at different times of day because he's definitely a lot shinier in the sun. You should unlock like a statue for capturing this. That would have been cool too. Like when you add it to a village, you should get like a decor unlock, and it should be like a little, like how they have the kitsune statue and the llama statue in gold. It should like award you a golden sheep. Oops. Hey, buddy. We're traveling together. I gotta drive. What do golden sheep do? Probably nothing different than the other sheep. However, I have a light hope in my back pocket that maybe they will have Easter egged us, and maybe there's like something you can feed it that makes it crap out gold bars. Like, that would be hilarious. But otherwise, probably nothing. Probably nothing. Probably gives you nothing. You're new here? Well, welcome in, Luna. Nice to have you. Nice to have you over here. Did you come from TikTok? Golden poop? Now that would be funny. That would have been a funny Easter egg, actually. Is it? Now I gotta pay attention because they'll poop in the car. But it's funny when animals poop. The poop is like locked into the location they pooped at. The poop doesn't travel. So if he poops in the car right now, you'll just see the poop phase through the car and then hover. It'll just stay behind us. If you pay attention, watch one of the next time he poops. There. Let's see if I can give him like another treat and get him to poop more. But if it was gold, that would be hilarious. You accidentally deleted your Lego world? No, that's really unfortunate. How do you have that gold sheep? It just came out today. They just released it like a couple hours ago, and it'll be available till March 5th. What's up, Orion? Didn't see you there. I think it was said hi to everybody else, but you specifically. Go, go, go. I thought they'd stop updating. Not as regular as we'd like to be. But yeah, this was always from the get-go going to be a forever, like, ongoing supported game. Like, we got the big Ninjago update in December, but like last year, before the Ninjago update last year was pretty rough. But that's because they were putting a lot of time and updates into Brick Life, which is like the RP city mode, which is completely separate from this game. But otherwise, yeah, LEGO Fortnite Odyssey is you can consider like its own free-to-play title. Like, yes, it's LEGO Fortnite and it's under the Fortnite like umbrella, but like it's the way it's being treated is like just a standalone free-to-play open world survival game that happens to be LEGO. Yeah, I think a lot of people assumed that it was a limited time event, but it's similar to Festival or Rocket Racing, how it's like within Fortnite, but it's meant to be its own like pillar. But that's the main issue that players are dealing with that do still enjoy LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, which is that the updates don't come as quickly as we would like, and then even when we're between updates, we haven't been getting a lot of smaller updates. This is kind of the first time this last month or so they've been doing these limited time events pretty much every Thursday to like Monday roughly of every week, where they add just a little bit of spice, which is great. I think that's like better than nothing. It's better than what we've been getting. So I think it's a perfect step in the right direction. Is it the end-all be-all solution of what we need as a player base? No, but I will take a step in the right direction over 0 steps and or steps backwards, which has been a lot of what we've experienced as a player base, is like 1 step forward, 1.5 steps back. So it's like it barely it got a little worse, but barely noticeable. But a couple of those stack up, and now you're 5 steps behind where you feel like the game should be, or as far as smoothness. Like even me, we're about a minute and a half. Once I get to here, I'm going to lag severely until I get to about right here. Like roughly between here and here. For some reason, I don't have like any builds over there. But I fly through there and it's like just hitting a literal wall of lag. So there's things like that, like stability that still need to be improved. But yeah, if you're interested in playing the game and worried to be like, oh, is my effort even worth it? It definitely is. This world that I'm playing on is like 2 years old now, I think, coming up in June. So it's a little under 2 years, I think. But it's very much worth putting effort into, because whatever you make today, you'll have 2 years later with whatever updates. Although, one problem, and it was supposed to be a good thing, which was that every world, old or new, will get future content updates. And that's great and all, but it doesn't seem to be like, it's not being executed well. And what I mean by that is, my world is a super old world, so whenever they add new content, it does get added to my world, but I feel like it's diminished compared to that of a world that you made the day of that new update. So if you made a new world on the day of Ninjago, obviously you're less progressed, but I feel like the uniqueness and those features that they've added are more cohesive in that brand new fresh world because it started from nothing. Whereas like my world, even if whether I have or haven't discovered it, I want to say, because here's the thing, if we make the same seed, isn't everything like the mountains and stuff in the same spots? That means the world is really pre-generated depending on seed. It's already generated the main features of the map before you get there. So like an update can really just alter what was already going to be there in that seed. Because I don't know if you notice on my world, and we'll kind of see it better is, oh wait, maybe I did get a few of them in undiscovered areas. But I think that's the thing, is if you have areas that are discovered, I don't think they get affected as much. Because I think that's the one example, that thing right there, that little node with marble on it, and I think it'll have knot root on it as well. I don't have a ton of these in my world, because these didn't used to spawn until Storm King hit, and knot root moved from just being underground caves to being in the grasslands on these little rock structures. Problem is, I don't think I have many, not that I need them, but like, still, I wish it felt just as fulfilled as a new world did. So part of me wishes to an extent that they would almost abandon the idea of updating. You know, I don't want to be forced to make a new world every time, but I don't know. What would you rather have? A world that deteriorates slowly but surely over time until it's almost borderline unplayable, or have to essentially restart your world after any major content update comes out? See, I told you. Right when I get to about here and tell them about up here, past this literal valley, I'm going to lag like this for about a good 5 minutes. So Minecraft is like infinite tech, you know, to an extent, right? LEGO Fortnite is very large. It's a huge map, but it is finite. So like you can kind of see everywhere I've discovered is pretty much the border of my island. There's nothing past this. If you were just to go out here, it would just all be ocean, and eventually you would hit an invisible wall. So it is like contained to an extent and finite. But every time they add like this was part of the Lost Isles update. So these islands were basically pasted onto the edge of the map after the game's release. And then same with Ninjago Island. This Ninjago Island literally appeared here in December next to my already generated island. So that seems like how they're going to treat any expansion. Instead of like modifying or expanding like the mainland itself, one thing I could see them doing is making like, imagine it would kind of be cool if they had like a second vanilla biome, so to speak. Like this is, your OG grasslands, OG desert, OG frostlands. But imagine there was like something, you know, they could even make it like over here. What if they made like another mainland? Maybe it wasn't as big as this, but maybe it was like half the size of your mainland that could be considered like mainland 2.0 that has like a swamp and like ash volcano lands, like a tier 2 of the mainland where it's like 2 or 3 solid like very distinct biomes. Because like I'm trying to think of like how else they're going to expand this map other than just like little tiny event islands at a time, which I'm totally cool with. It's not like it's bad, but I think some like creativity past that would be impactful one day. Which spire? Oh, the spire is impacting me. Thing is, I don't lag when I go past that one, I don't think. But it could just be random ones that there's no rhyme or reason to any of these lags. Because I've had these kind of lag spikes well before spires too. Got on my OG survival world. Instead of it just being a valley of lag, it was like the plains of disconnect. Or if I flew through them, there's about a 70, it was like the Bermuda Triangle, about a 75% chance that I would just disappear. Or like, like the world would crash. And then a lot of times, it would time travel my character back like 5 minutes, but not my vehicle. And then it would always be impossible to tell where I actually lagged out, because whenever it kicks you out, is actually usually like a minute or two after you actually disconnected from the server. So like you basically ghost ride your whip and then log back in, time travel. It's very disorienting. Lost a lot of good vehicles that way. Still not moving. Are gold sheep in every biome? Well, someone said that they found theirs in Lost Isles. So I'm kind of going to assume that they are almost anywhere sheep are. DJ, it's actually a good question. So it's essentially both, except for the endless gameplay cycle is definitely not realized. I think that should be their kind of like end goal, and I've kept saying this when you guys hear me on my rants lately these last couple of weeks, is we need more peripheral content, as I'm calling it, is like stuff to do that's not so big it needs its own 6-month update that we have to wait super long for. There should be some other core mechanics added to the game that aren't super complex yet add value to doing things and exploring, like factions and maybe daily quests or other just stuff like that. But otherwise, it's a lot of creative aspects. So once you've done the not so endless gameplay loop, then pretty much you're left with just creative building and stuff like that. And then there's like what I'm doing now, which is self-imposed objectives. So like there's nowhere in the, like there's a codex for like the animals and stuff, but at least at this point they haven't made the codex so detailed that it shows color variants. So like I'm capturing the golden sheep that they just released today as like a small little limited time event thing. But like there's nothing in the game telling you, hey, go collect all the different variants of all these animals. That's like a self-imposed thing. So that's kind of other things you can do. There's at least a handful of those kind of objectives that are unofficial yet satisfying. The gold sheep, not very rare. I found mine within like 5 minutes of looking for it. I found mine on Ninjago Island, but so far I've heard reports of it also being found on the Lost Isles, which leads me to believe the answer to the user's question earlier was probably, I'm guessing they're probably found in every biome. Why don't we test that theory out? When I get this guy parked at the village, we'll kind of cart around the grasslands, see if we can't find one. You know what else I wouldn't mind? If it meant the game was going to run a million times better, like as we expected. most of the bugs were fixed. Build limit was a little higher. Maybe not unlimited, but better than it is now. Just imagine everything is like to the bare minimum of our expectations and maybe a step further. Imagine those. Would you be okay with like a reset of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey? If they just like wiped everybody's worlds and was like, we've got a secondary build of this that's working way better. It's literally like 95% the same game. The 5% that's not different is all like improvements and bug fixes. Would you guys be okay with like a full reset? Not that I think that's going to happen. I doubt that would happen. It was me just speaking hypotheticals. But like, would you be okay with that? I would honestly take that at this point because like, otherwise, if not that, I need like a solid guarantee that the state of this is going to improve over a reasonable amount of time. Because if they said tomorrow that they had a second build that they had or something like that, and it was going to solve everything, dude, I'd be the first to sign up as much as I love this world and all my builds. I want longevity and consistency. Oh, God. Yeah, the rainbow sheep, now those are just a visual bug, so even if you capture them, they'll kind of just revert back to normal. Like the next time you, even if you go, I think it's even if you go out of like render distance, let alone like log out and log back in. Good news is, wait, okay, still there. I thought he disappeared all of a sudden. Good news is I just got rid of my duplicate sheep, so I'm pretty sure I've got space for this guy at my sheep village. Watch it, buddy. We're coming in hot. Here you go. Ah! Get out of there, Gosmantha. But where will you live? No. No. Wait a minute. I'm going to shake my monitor right now. What is... No. Wait, come back out here now. You come outside now and you better be gold still. I want a refund now. What? Game is free. It's crashing. Wait, what? No, we're good. Oh. TikTok is just disconnecting. Okay. I had a lag spike. Oh, wait. He's still gold. Okay. It doesn't show him as gold. I can't get my... Does it show gold in the village center? Wait. Gosmantha. Where's Gosmantha here? Chico is showing up as a black ram here. Chico, what have they done to you? They've mutilated his identity. Chico, we're going to make this right. Justice for Chico. Such a beautiful, majestic creature. What is this? That's Chico. Earlier someone posted that he was showing up as a villager. Oh my god. It's a skinwalker. We gotta run. Everybody, don't panic. Just don't stare at it and it's... Wait, I think sheep. I know goats do, but I don't know if sheep also have rectangular pupils like goats do. Do they? I don't think so. But maybe. I don't know. TikTok, shut up. We're not disconnecting. Apparently I'm having some light internet inconsistencies, but it doesn't seem to be disconnecting. How did I get the gold animal? I want to say it's around everywhere, but I could be wrong. I found mine on Ninjago Island, but I've also had someone tell me they found theirs on the Lost Isles. So that makes me kind of believe you can find them anywhere. However, I can't even get my high-res screenshot. I guess Is it the same picture that they posted that is from the... Is this the same pose? Did they use this same pose? I think they did, so I should have at least the same picture, but I like to grab the higher res one for my own screenshot. But let's go cart around and see if we can't find a gold one, like in the grasslands here, just like out and about, you know? Are they rare? I got my golden sheep in like literally 5 minutes on Ninjago Island. Like, it was quick. So maybe I got lucky. Oh, we got some super colorful ones. So yeah, I kind of bug in and out of being that color. Ooh. I gotta remember, I've made a mistake where it's like, anytime I built something creative, I should have built it in like a far corner of the island. Because like, originally I built my castle, like what, here? And then I built my storage base there, and then the Shogun village there. So I have like 3 big villages there. And so this whole spot is so laggy because I also put the academy here, which is also another one of my heaviest, most densest builds that I've done. And every time I fly near it is just, it's trying to render everything in, and I understand, but I should have just spread everything out better. I gotta get lower. I just had to fly past all the spots I knew I was gonna hit major amounts of lag in. Mine was like kind of in the middle, like definitely like more in the meat of the island rather than the edge. Yes, I actually know who that is. Usually if I don't even remember having my friend request open. Maybe I have it on like friends of a friend or something. That's why it worked. So like usually I get a friend request or a party invite. I'm like, I don't know who that is. But that, I do! Why am I still lagging so hard? Release me. Yeah, I'll have to check back in on the golden sheep thing and see if it sorts itself out maybe, or if it I get it to see it show as a villager. So this is what makes exploring for me not fun. If like, I don't mind exploration taking time, but when it takes extra time because you're rubber banding and you have to travel 100 meters, you actually have to travel 200 meters. You know what I mean? Those are not gold. I guess I could search in the Frostlands too, but I doubt they're actually out there. That's what kills me is like a lot of times, I don't know if it's this accurate, but there are days where I feel like I'm lagging for just as much, if not more time than I'm physically playing the game, which can be a little demoralizing from time to time. It's not that I feel like I'm wasting my time at that point. It's more like it just doesn't, like, you don't have the flow necessary to make it enjoyable. Kills one of the gold sheep. You are a monster. That is pretty, it's a pretty bold move, though. Has anyone found one anywhere but Lost Isles or Ninjago? Because it could just be those two. Who knows? Maybe the Lost Isles like wasn't even an intentional thing. Oh, we're near the display base rip. That's gonna lag. See how delayed everything is when it lags like this too? That's what makes it, when I talk about the flow. It's like trying to drive a car that works pretty darn well. The engine runs, everything's great. The only problem is every quarter of a mile, you have to get out of the car and tighten the lug nuts on the wheels. Otherwise, they fall off. That's what flying and driving around in this lag feels like. It's like you have something that you know should be really efficient and take away a lot of tediousness from your experience, yet there's a repetitive step added that ruins all of that. Which is, I can't even control the vehicle right now because it's lagging. And that guy's going to hit me with a grenade and explode my whole vehicle. It's like when it's good, but it just never has lasted for me in this game. It's like it's demoralizing because like we're all gamers here. We've played other games. I've played games that were objectively laggy and buggy, like PUBG. When PUBG first came out, that game was like full of bugs. But, like, they weren't game-breaking. And honestly, a lot of the bugs that were in PUBG, they kind of added to the experience sometime because they were fun. Where it's like, I've played some games that are pretty buggy, and I can put up with, like, early access / like, figuring stuff out phases. But this is kind of the first game I think I've ever played where I feel like the consistency didn't meet my expectations even up to the minimum. I forgot my farm is over here. See, I have too much stuff. If I stay around here, which I shouldn't have meant to go that way, but village theme, you'll make it. Let's go. Oh God, I can't control anything I'm doing. Yep, maybe. No, we're stuck on this tree now. Yep, maybe. No, okay. Now we're delaying every input by at least 2 seconds. Yep, that makes it really hard to steer. There we go. It's like I click the thruster to go right. 1.5 seconds later, it visually activates, but it's been actually activated the whole time. So by the time the rubber band catches up, I'm about like that much further to the right than I intended to be. And then it's just a whole other battle getting it back the other way. Oh no. Hit the gritty. Groovy, you found one in the grasslands too? So I'm going to say they're everywhere. Everywhere a sheep can be found. Maybe not Frostlands, because I think it's all rams there, but then who knows? Did it say specifically on this on the post? Something golden awaits. A-way? Is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah, it says around the world, so it should be everywhere. Collect, and it's a she. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now. Is like A-way all around the world. It's an interesting name. Is that like based on some sort of like folklore somewhere? The colored chickens are not around anymore. At least the new Ninjago limited time ones. They're now gone. There's a don't count on it, but there, I believe there's a good chance the chickens will make a return at some point or another. I doubt they'll be like limited to 4 days during a time where the game's player base is probably at its lowest in of almost all time. I mean, that would make it pretty damn exclusive and special for the people who got it, but I doubt they'll keep it that exclusive. Oh, I just realized it's daytime now, or nighttime. They're not going to spawn in. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do today, because it's going to be a short stream today. The reason I also wasn't live the last couple days, Heather actually just had surgery on Tuesday for her essentially Crohn's related, and she's great. Surgery went as expected, better than expected, but it's gonna take her like I think she'll be released tomorrow, but even then she's gonna be it's a decent amount of pain for the next probably month. So I've been a little busy and preoccupied this week with other stuff. So like today, I'm probably gonna, like I said, end up calling it short so I can run back over to the hospital and hang out for a little while longer before I gotta come back to the house and take care of the dogs for the rest of the night. Where do I need to go? Back to the base. No way, Jose. People are still playing this. Oh, absolutely. Why wouldn't they? I guess still relatively young. I definitely don't heal as quick when I was a teenager. I remember getting like a cut or a scrape and it'd be gone in like a day or two. Now if I get like, I don't get scrapes or cuts that are that serious often anymore, but it's like weeks, it seems like. It's definitely not geriatric healing, that's for sure. Do you not get bored? There are times where I get bored, actually. I mean, even with the Ninjago update in December, the game has been, unfortunately, and it's like, it's something I am happy to say, but like, it's been pretty boring. Like, it seems like our expectations aren't, I think, unfathomably high. And I feel like even at the minimum level, our expectations as a player base aren't being met. I just wish it was the opposite. Then, even then, beyond content, again, stability is my #1 thing. That's kind of what I was hoping they were doing last year when we were like, before Ninjago came out in December last year, I was like, oh, maybe they're really cooking on stability and bug fixes, and that's why we didn't get like a single major update in 2025. We got Storm King late 2024, and then I feel like 2025 was like barren until December again when Ninjago came out a year after Storm King did. You must have the most hours on this game. I'm probably in some sort of top list, but over the last couple months, I haven't been playing nearly as much as I played the first like year and a half that the game was out. The last 6 months or so have been the absolute least amount of time I've ever played. Can we recombobulate my character, please? Maybe. Eventually. There we go. Where are we really at? Oh, you don't say. We're not actually 150 feet below the ground and about 30 feet sideways. Oh. And did we lose a piece? I think we did. Yeah, we sure did. Good thing I didn't have chests on this. Lag literally, usually that doesn't cosmetically do anything to my vehicle. That time, it literally Philadelphia project my front end. Whee! Wait, come down. Come down here. I've sunk your battleship. At least I was at home and this isn't super important. But imagine if that was a vehicle I had just spent about 6 hours designing and making maximum beauty. And then just for something like that to happen to your vehicle when you fly into your base that you also spent 40 hours working on. You're like, I'm trying to marry my two works of art here. And in doing that, you end up destroying one or the other. And now I can't even sprint. That's fun. It's like the game doesn't want to prove me wrong sometimes. Yes, the golden sheep is out now. Just know that when you capture it, see, that's what happened to all that stuff. When you capture it, it will not show up as a golden sheep in the house, but he will walk around and still be golden. I can't slide either. Oh, dude, okay. Yeah, I can't sprint or slide right now. But check this out. So in the house, shows up as a white sheep because his name is Chico, the resident. He doesn't show up at all here, but he shows up as the black sheep on the village list. And some people have even told me that he'll show up as a villager on the residents list. Yeah, it honestly, the Twitter post is only 6 hours old. So it's a little later than they would normally post something about this, because I feel like they usually post in the early hours of the AM, where this would have been like early to right at noon, essentially. Is this Fortnite? Yeah, it's Lego Fortnite. It's free. Where's my base? Honestly, I don't even know if I want collab after collab. That's what I've been talking about, is we need more supplemental and peripheral content that doesn't have to do with collaborative stuff. Because collabs have, like, I feel like collabs are only a means to an end, right? Like, if they come out with, like, and Ninjago is kind of an exception because it's their own in-house theme. But, like, with Star Wars, think about it this way. Like, yeah, we can still play Star Wars, and yes, they might add more Star Wars content in the future, but it wouldn't be until Lego and Fortnite, and I guess Disney is still, they're all collaborative anyway now, as far as business goes. But, like, as far as this first island, like right now, does Epic have the rights to physically update this island this week if they wanted to? Probably not. They could probably take something out maybe if they wanted to. But, like, if they today were like, hey, let's add a scout trooper or something like that, like a different colored scout trooper out here, I don't think they would have the right to do that right now unless they had predetermined agreements to do so. So, like, once they plop out an update, like, that update is, like, in its own bubble until, like, new terms get agreed upon. So, like, all the content here, and, like, even in Ninjago, it seems like it's all within a bubble, whereas, like, I want there to be more content that, like, even after its big inaugural release, when it's a big new update, I still want that content to be somewhat exciting for a player who played that content on release, but a year later can still go back to that, like, Star Wars Island or Ninjago Island and be like, okay, well, I did all the content originally, but they gave us maybe not a whole point 2.0 of it, like with Ninjago 2.0, but, like, what if next year, like, we got a Lost Isles, like, 0.5 update where they didn't, like, do too much, but they at least gave you a solid player like myself or someone, you know, here. It gave them a reason to return here after a year, even though they did the content when it originally released. Whereas I feel like if they did all franchise stuff, like, you know, Star Wars, whatever, I feel like they have less of an opportunity to do that. Oh, now I have, oh, wait, so do I have the grandpa glitch? No. What do you have in the boxes? Whatever's labeled above it. They're not all full by any means. Like, there's a lot of them that have more than one chest full of stuff, but, like, not all of them are full to the brim. I just give myself a lot of room for expansion, because there are certain items that, like, you know, I'll get like 2 or 3 chests of. So for certain items, having 3 chests is, like, extremely overkill. Like, I probably don't need 3 chests each for each gem, but 2 might not be out of the question. The only reason I keep 3 is just consistency. Since I'm doing 3 for most of them, I do 3 for pretty much all of them. Now, again, are all of them full to the brim for all 3 chests of each type? So, like, this is all silk fabric and stuff, and then, like, this is wool fabric. At a certain point, I'll get to a second chest. And then there's stuff like wood that I've probably got like 15 chests of wood overall, just not all here. And then, like, this has the 3rd chest starting to fill. This almost has the 3rd chest started. Like, this stuff, I've got extra. I've got so much of this, you can even see I've got some overflowing into this one a little bit. But yeah, it's all stuff. Whatever you see in the display above it is what's in the column below it. So, like, these are all feathers. This is a drawstring, even though there's only, again, 1 stack of it. Do I need 3 chests? No, but it looks cool. The only thing I do have, like, 1 chested is the animal parts. So 1 chest for each kind of scale, 1 chest for each kind of shell, so on and so forth. 1 chest for each claw. Got the dragon scales there, the bells, all the bear claws, the bones, the goo, and the Shatterhorn fragment. Did I buy any of the Pokemon Lego? No, but I really do want that gym trainer badge set. Like, that looks freaking sick. It's the perfect, just like, little display memento that conveys exactly what you want as a fan. Looks amazing, has little, individual parts within it, as, the badges. And it's just like I think it's a great display piece. I really want that, but you're gonna have to buy the $650 set to get it. And that's if they're even in stock on the gift with purchase. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here today, guys. It's again gonna be a little bit short. If you want reasoning, I guess explained it a little bit earlier, but Heather had a mild to intermediate level surgery this week, so I've been preoccupied in making sure I'm trying to visit with her and make sure she's all good. Then it's also stressing me out a little bit. Not like it's her fault, but like situationally stressful. You know what I mean? If you've been there, you know. How many people do you think are playing this frequently? I mean, like right now, not a lot. There's only 10K players online, which is like the lowest concurrent players it's ever had. Like 10K is this is midday. This is the middle of a day on what, a Friday? So like you'd think these numbers would be a bit higher. I remember a day where 30,000 concurrent players was like our low, and it's gotten lower since. So it's like they gotta. There's not much we can do besides continue to ask as politely as possible for more attention. But like, how much does Brick Life? Brick Life has 2.3K players, and that's pretty much been about their normal since the game. I mean, when the game came out, when Brick Life came out, I think it had a little more probably. But like, Brick Life has kind of always had like, I think like 2 to maybe 5K players, whereas now, dude, and this is considered, by most of people who play Odyssey, not their type of game and not very great. So to see Odyssey start to drop towards the number of this is concerning. It's concerning, But I'm out of here, guys. Tomorrow, Heather may be getting released from the hospital. Not guaranteed. I'll try to get in a stream tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed. And then if I can't find anything, because like I don't have much to do in game other than build, and honestly, it's been pretty. I've been seeing a lot of even people, and I'm afraid the second I start building, it's gonna be laggy, even if I go into a sandbox world. So I'm almost thinking maybe do a couple days of like what's it called, Hightail, and or maybe some Marvel Rivals, but it's just I want to stream, but my motivation to play Lego Fortnite right now is like the player count at an all-time low. So as I want to hang out with you guys and I want to find fulfillment, but I'm not finding as much as I'd like in Lego Fortnite at the moment. So we will find something to do in the gaming world. And then, who knows, maybe I hold out long enough, I'll just switch over to GTA 6. I'll be a GTA 6 creator from now on, or when it comes out. I am going to play that game when it comes out. Will I make it my main game that I stream? No. Well, who knows? But probably not. But I will be playing it here and there. All right, who are we rating out to? Let's do Gamer Merlin. I think most of the other people on the list we've rated to in the last week or so we can spread the love evenly. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, hopefully a speedy recovery. It's just gonna be a matter of pain management. That's the biggest thing. There's no like risk factor really or anything to the surgery. There's nothing like to worry about in that sense, but it's more just it's gonna hurt for at least a week, and then hurt a little bit less the month after that. I will see you guys. Not guaranteed tomorrow, but you'll see me before the week is out. It's just been stressful lately with the surgery going on this week. And then we got the new sheep until the 5th, which is a longer period than the chickens were. So it makes me think we won't get anything like another bonus event until, because next week would be what? Oh no, I guess the 5th is about, how many days are in this month? Oh yeah, less. So maybe it is about a week out. It's still less days than the chicken. But I wonder if this is leading, because the golden sheep kind of seems like the next step, or like a higher up step. Maybe not the end game, but maybe they'll do something even crazier next week. We'll see. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. See ya. And if you're on TikTok, come join me on Twitch the next time.